This the Prince of the Nightlife, DJ Melly Mel. Now tuned into the biggest Shenelle Simone, April B, Flu Head, Grew Head podcast. Are you dumb? NYC to ATL. Yeah, Brooklyn, what up?
What's good, everyone? It is your two favorite Brooklyn baddies, Shenelle Simone
and April B.
And this is the Flu Head, Grew Head podcast
where worlds collide no matter where you reside. Ew. Okay.
Y'all, with no further introduction, we have
I know, we can start with like media queen, star editor,
been in the game,
host with the most, the
person you need to know.
No, okay, period.
Oh, I'll take that. Thank you.
She's an AKA. We want to mention that too because we know that's very important.
It's very important.
Very. Y'all give it up for Dani Canida.
Hello. Ooh, I get an audience. I get applause.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it.
We wouldn't treat you any other way.
I love it. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. No, thank you so much for being here. And we'll tell the people a little bit later, like what you're actually like working with and all of that stuff. But we're going to start with the icebreaker.
Okay, come on.
Okay, so we're going to play first class versus coach. So, in this big bowl right here, there's two options.
Okay.
If you like it, it's first class.
Okay.
If you don't like it, it's coach.
Okay.
Now, if you can't decide, then you have to tell us why.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I can do it.
So go ahead. As soon as you pick one, read it out loud.
What is this? What is that?
Like a this or that.
Okay. This is actually interesting. Being versatile in your look versus creating a signature look.
Now, Dani, let me tell you why we asked this question.
Talk to me.
I think I was like, yo, how did I meet Dani again? I was trying to remember, but so many events happened. And when I first met you, you had your look like what you got right now. And I'm like, okay. Then I started seeing her again. And it's like, you could really...
You know that's Dani. Because of her hairstyle. Like, it's... There's Dani.
Yeah, it's like... and you know what's funny? When I went to school, somebody always said, oh, because I had a signature style, people just knew me just based off my style. So I'm like, dang. Then I met another media personality. She always wearing red glasses. She said, oh, that's the girl with red glasses. She said, so for like 10 plus years, all she wears red glasses.
Yes.
So I'm like, yo, if this is what Dani's doing, this is so like genius. Yeah. So that's why we asked you. The next is cute.
Thank you, girl. So I definitely think creating a signature look is first class.
Okay.
Yes, that is very much so on purpose. Like I used to switch my hair up a lot. First of all, I used to love long hair, like 26 inch. I'm 5'2.5". 26 inch hair.
So it's really 30 inch on her.
Exactly, but that was like my thing, and I would do a side, and then sometimes I do a bang, then I do a middle, the bust down. I used to do everything, and then one day my hairstylist did my hair, and she did the bangs and she did the bob. And I was like, I like this. And then every time I did anything a little bit different, I went back to the bangs. And then I just settled on the bob, and it was just a bob and the bang. So that's just my thing. I'll switch it up like for vacation. I just had like braids, but I usually always go back.
So how long you've been doing this style? Like when did it start?
This started, I want to say in it was probably like 2020. I remember it was 2021 because I was filming something with E. I was filming E! True Hollywood Story.
Okay.
And I went, got the hair, bangs, bob. I saw it on camera and I was like, that looked kind of good. I said, I like that. All right. And then ever since then, it's just, you might have a variation, like I have a different color now, but it's pretty much bang and bob,
We love it.
Bang and bob. People tell you that all the time?
All the time. They're like, yeah, Dani with it. That's me.
So if you don't know who Dani is, just know.
Bang and bob.
Bang and bob. That's me, girl.
Go ahead. April, if I had to pick a permanent hairstyle.
Yeah, a permanent hairstyle.
And I'm not going to hold you.
What would it be?
I'm with you. A nice bob.
I love
bobs look so sexy on me.
They do.
I either would do a bust down or a bob. As if I had to pick a signature.
Yeah, for a long time, my hair was like, you're not going to like a bob. I'm never doing a bob because you like long hair. And then I did it one day and I was like, shit, crazy.
Hey, but what would be your signature if you had to pick?
If I had to pick, I think I would do like a deep side part with like big curls.
Yes.
Okay.
Love volume.
Love volume.
Love volume. Yes,
Okay. Dating a celebrity versus dating a blue or white collar worker. What an interesting question. Honestly, I don't think I would date a celebrity, so I would say dating a celebrity is like coach for me. I don't think I can handle it, honestly.
I was gonna say, in your line of work, like
it looks cute.
It does, but also too, I'm sure with what you do, it's probably like, girl, if y'all knew what I knew about that person.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, like y'all really don't want to date me,
right? Even if it wasn't a celebrity, what about someone in the same industry as you?
Industry, yes.
Okay.
Just because I feel like he would understand like my job and like what I do, and he wouldn't be like, "Why is you out at 1 a.m. at a listening party?" Like he would be there. Like we would be there together. So yes, someone in the industry, sure.
Okay. All right, let's go 2 more.
Okay. What is this? What does this say? All right. I love this question. Interview with Oprah versus interview with Beyonce.
Ooh.
Spicy.
Okay, so wait. So am I interviewing Oprah?
Yeah, you're interviewing.
I'm interviewing Oprah?
Or interviewing Beyonce, whichever one.
Oh, man, yo. Okay, so I am biased.
Okay. Oh.
And this is only because she's, like, literally shaped my entire career, Oprah. I always wanted to be Oprah, like ever since like 2nd grade. Like I remember dressing up for her as her for like school.
Oh wow!
So like it would have to be Oprah. I don't know how I'll get through it now. I think I'd be like, this like free. Embarrass myself. But,
all right, who is somebody you'll interview and you have to keep it professional, but deep down inside you're like.
I would fan out if it was Oprah, and I absolutely would fan out. That's another thing. How can you interview Beyonce and just be like, "So Beyonce, tell me about the..." How can you do that? It's Beyonce. Like I feel like I would sound like a groupie. Like I don't think it would even go well.
No. Mine is Burna Boy. Oh.
You like Burna?
Yes.
He is Burna. He fine.
I don't even
get through the interview there.
Yeah.
This would be so Burna Boy. All right, Shenelle.
I'll be like
Shenelle.
They'll be like Shenelle. I can see everyone like
Shenelle. Get it together.
Right. And then I'll be like, I'm sorry. Girl, he's gonna be like, who is this? So then I'm gonna let you know on camera. If Bossip or you do anything, I don't care if it's in New York, LA, and it's like, yo, Shenelle, like, hey,
she don't care if it's in London.
If Danny be like, yo, Shenelle, like, I got a VIP access, like, Burna's having something. Where? LA. It's tomorrow.
Somebody could call her right now in the middle of this, and she'd have been like, April, I need you to continue that.
She's like, I gotta go.
I tell anybody, do anything with Burna Boy, call me.
She'll be like, I got the phone. Yes. I gotta go.
It's this weekend. Can you come? How much is the ticket? $6. Damn. Go put it on the credit card.
I cannot. All right.
Burna Boy.
Let's see.
All right, this last one.
All right. Behind the scenes versus on air or on camera. For me, it's gonna be one camera. That's first class.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just always just something like I've loved and something that I got more comfortable with after like going to school. So yeah, definitely like on camera.
Yeah, we know a lot of people who start off on camera, but of course it's like, oh, you gotta look like this, do like this. Like, you know, it was tough. So now they become producers, directors. You know, they're doing stuff behind the scenes. So
I would do it though. I would do both. Like I've done some production work, but nothing like super heavy. Like I never picked up a camera or anything, but like I've definitely like done some production work, wrote some notes, that kind of thing.
I got you. And it could definitely show on camera that you love being on camera. Yeah. You like, I can hear them 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, go Danny. Y'all, so that was first class versus coach. Y'all, so she survived.
She survived.
She survived all of it. Yeah, so we're going to jump in now to the check-in, okay? So the check-in is where we get to know all your business, what you do, where you from, how did you even get started. So we're going to ask, of course, how did you get started in your career? And when did you discover that you truly had a passion for media?
Well, I always had a passion for, I think when I was a child, I didn't realize what it was. I always had a passion for like writing, Oprah, you know, like I was terrible at math, terrible at science, but you put me in a language arts class, I'm great. You put me on the school newspaper, great. School poetry club, great. You know, like those kind of things really stood out to me. And then when it was time to go to college, I was like, well, I do want to study journalism.
Okay.
So I went to Hampton University.
Okay, the real HU.
Come on now.
The real HU.
You know, that's why we won that game the other day. When I went to college, my major was broadcast journalism. And so studied that. Also did radio for 4 years in college. And
we got so much in common.
I know, we like the same.
Right, shout out to the mass communication degrees.
I know,
and we got a station at Albany State University.
Yeah.
So, yep, shout out to this radio stations on campus.
And you know, I feel like that is really helpful for like what we do because it just gets you comfortable doing this. Like
Exactly.
there are times when you're alone at the station, it's just you and the microphone doing your thing. So I'm like that definitely helps. So that helped grow my passion for broadcast. You know, I had the classes that were hands-on. We would have to go out with the tripod and the mic by ourselves.
Shoot a whole movie.
Girl, yes,
that.
the video, girls, the whole thing. So that's when I really was like, okay, yes, this is definitely what I want to do. It's definitely what I want to be my career field. So I graduated in 2009. There were like no jobs, especially not in like radio. Girl, and I was like, oh, well, I thought I was going to start my radio career. It didn't happen. But I had a friend who had heard about this website that was accepting interns, unpaid. But I was like, let me just go for it and see what happens. That was hiphopwire.com, which which I'm still like affiliated with now. Shout out to Alvin, he's over there. So I started up there. Hip Hop Wired is literally like in the same family as Bossip. So I met my now boss, Janae Bolden, probably in 2009. No, I think actually 2010. We stayed in contact. Eventually, there were other jobs in between. I got laid off, but she remembered me. And so in 2014, she hit me up and was like, hey, you know, I have a position open. Are you interested? And I was like, sure, I'll apply. And
What was you doing from 2009 for when you got related to 2014?
Okay, so good question. So 2009, I was interning unpaid, and then I ended up getting on the staff at Hip Hop Wired. So I started out unpaid, then I was a paid intern, then I was a contributor, then I was a senior editor, then I was assistant editor. So that happened there. Got laid off in 2011. You know, company was just moving in a different direction. They're moving the staff up to New York, laid off everybody, and we're like, okay, bye. 2012, I started writing at Rolling Out magazine here in Atlanta. So I was there rolling out. I was there for 2 years, and then that's when I ran into Janae in 2014, and then I've just been with Bossip ever since.
So you've been running media straight since after you graduated college. Because like with me, when I graduated, of course, I tried to do something, but when I heard no money was involved or it was unpaid, I went straight to corporate America. So you stayed.
I was very, very close. Because at one point, I think, I'm not even kidding, I think my salary was like $25,000. Something super low. It was so stupid. And I was just like, my dad worked in corporate America. He's like, I can get you a job right now. You don't have to put up with this. And I was like, no.
Where are you originally from?
I'm from Marietta.
Okay, so Georgia Peach.
I'm Georgia Peach. Yes.
Yeah. What high school you went to?
Marietta.
I went to Marietta High School.
Wow.
You did?
Like long way.
Wait,
when I first moved to Georgia, I came 06 to 2010. Yep. Home of the Blue Devils.
Yes, girl.
Wow.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
That's why I was like, wait, what high school you went to?
I used to live right across the street at Carriage Oaks.
So, you was literally, you could have walked to school. Oh, yeah. I was about a big chicken.
Oh, girl, yes. Marietta through and through.
Right. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Bossip, right? Because I'm very familiar with celebrity blogs and stuff. I mean, from the media takeout days to all of that, you know. But celebrity blogs are like the new normal, but they're still kind of looked at as like a little messy, a little crazy. So what made you say, yep, that's what I want to do. I want to manage and be a managing editor over here?
Well, what made me want to do it was I always had an interest in celebrity news. And so even when... So Bossip has changed. So back when I was there, it was definitely much, much messier. And we got away with a lot more things. Like, our headlines are known now for more of like the alliteration and the funniness. Sometimes back then it was a little vicious. It was a little
Maybe like, short. They said Sierra is ugly. I'm like, oh, who said that?
Listen, and back then I would just go around the stories that were like super messy. Like, I don't want to do that one. I'm gonna go do this one, you know. So I would kind kind of just navigate around the super, super messy stuff because I was like, I'm not that messy in real life. But I would try to add like a little spice to my stories. Like I would do like a little funny headline or, add some alliteration in there. So that's what it was. But for me, I was always interested in celebrity news, and then that just evolved and came from me being assistant editor, associate editor, and then deputy, now managing. So just
that's so dope. That's so dope.
Love it.
Yes.
Right. So let's talk about the consistent grind.
Right.
In media, and like you just said, you even said it yourself, like you was this close, right?
I was.
So do you ever feel like there was some pressure to always work on the next big thing? Like I know you said that you felt like this was always with you. You wanted to be Oprah. You know this is with you. But like we talk about the next big thing. Did you always feel the pressure? Like you know what? Like it's a constant. Media is like a constant thing. Let's keep going. So talk about your grind.
Yeah, no, honestly, that is still how I feel now. Like, and it's a problem. I'm trying to work on it because it's like you never get to settle and enjoy it because you're always just like, okay, that was cute, but now what's next? Like, all right, that got 16K views. Let's make sure this one gets 25. Like, it's just, it really is, I think, as media girls, we understand that constant grind that is there for more. So, girl, that is definitely something I'm working on because that is how you get burnt out in this business because you're just like, can't take a day off, can't have my Saturday because I got to make sure.
And you got 15 events to attend. And you got to get your phone charged.
I got to network and I got to, I got to bring this mic with me because I got to be like, our business is the business of the grind constantly. So I'm trying to get better at not burning myself out and not making it my full-time life.
Right, I had friends be like, Shenelle, stop trying to be a host everywhere you go. I'm like, I don't even know I was interviewing.
Right.
We're like doctors. We can get a call 4 in the morning, breaking news.
Yeah.
Beyonce just gave birth. Girl!
Yes.
But you got to be up for that.
You do.
You got to be up.
You got to be up for that. So one of the things that me and Shenelle talk about now is like, so we're both within our 30s, right? Time is a ticking.
Yes.
But
according to my mama.
According to my mama, right?
Mama and my doctor too.
Girl. So it's like being in this business, you're working for your dreams, but sometimes there's like this little like undertone that it kind of makes us as women have to choose between like being successful or like choosing your personal life, relationships, kids, whatever the case may be. So has there ever been a moment in your time where you were at a crossroads like, okay, all right, what am I going to do? Am I going to start working on this family, or am I going to, even maintaining friendships or anything like that? And
so for me, relationship-wise, nah, not really, because the relationships I've been in have not been long-term, so I haven't had to make that choice yet. If I had to settle down and, slow down one day, if there was a gentleman caller that I was like, okay, we need to settle down, I would take a bunch of stuff off my plate to make sure I could do that. I ain't got that right now, so I just be like, well, ain't got nothing else to do, might as well go do some work. But, but yeah, no, I think it definitely can and has at times put a strain on friendships. My friends get on me all the time. They're like, close your laptop. We are at brunch. Why is your laptop here? And I'm like, another mimosa. And I'm like, I need to
I can
relax.
see the girl done 99 for the 2000s. And I'm like, what she like?
You're like doing too much. I know. I get on my friends' nerves. And like you said, sometimes I have to tell myself, I'll be on the phone with people, I'm like, not to interview you, but I was just wondering, so when this happened, how did that make you feel? Like sometimes I have to work on like turning it off.
Got you. Sure. No, it is hard. And it's not even turning. I will meet strangers. I'll be at the airport. I remember I was on my way to Colombia, and this lady was like, oh, I heard she from New York. Yeah. I'm like, oh, you from New York? And next thing you know, meet her husband. I'm like, yeah, so how did you feel? My friend was like, Shenelle, we have to go. I'm like, I'm like, call me, girl. I'm like this. Shenelle always talk about it. And I feel you, because now in this, like it was said, we're in our 30s. We're dating. We still want, well, if you do, we still want the relationship. We still want the kids. But you made a great point. And, we probably going to get bashed by these men. But sometimes I feel like it haven't even been someone to even be like, you know what?
Let me slow down. Like, if I had a reason to slow down, I would slow down.
Right. Do you feel like you can, though?
Like,
you've been doing this for so long. Like, do work mode turn off for you?
I think I have gotten better, y'all, because now
She's not like she in the AA.
Right.
I'm
pleading my case right now. I really feel like I am doing better because there was a time when we did not have like a weekend staff and I did not have like a weekend editor, and I would literally work every single day, like sometimes 3-4 stories every single day, even on Saturday and Sunday. You know, I used to tell my parents, I can't go to church, I gotta work, like, don't be mad at me. So like, you know, now, you know, we put together a nice weekend staff so I can get some more of my time. Now when we have events, I'm okay sending freelancers instead of having to do it myself. So I think I am getting better at slowing down.
Okay, that does sound like that.
Yeah, I still can do more.
Let me ask you a question too, because I know we're talking, and this is just girl talk right now, guys. So, when you were speaking a little bit about like, you know, like, oh, like, you know, I haven't really been in long-term relationships, and there's somebody that come around. It sounds almost like you're content with how this is going too. Like you're like, I haven't really been in a long-term relationship, so it is what it is. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Is that kind of like what it is right now?
Yeah, pretty much. I wish it wasn't, but yeah.
But I kind of respect it too.
No, me too.
Because I know girls who is just
their whole life is like
about to end. And it's like, well, how old are you? 27. Girl! I'm thinking you about 45.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're 27, like, honey.
How do you get comfortable in that space? Like,
you know, honestly, for me, I had to just not really listen. That sounds terrible, but not listen to like what society says is supposed to be happening right now at this time. Like my mother is a great example of this. She will be like, at your age, I had 2 kids, I had a husband, and I'm like, that's great for you, girl. Like that's just not me. Yes, I'm just like, so for me, it's just kind of like drowning out the noise. Yes, I do want to settle down, girl. I just turned 36 this weekend, so yes, So yes, I do want to settle down, but it's just like I don't want to make that my number one priority where it's putting a damper on all the things I have going on, all my happiness, where I'm just like, where's my man, where's my husband, where are my children? Like I'm very much so just trying. I think there was one of these girls in media did a great post, and she was just talking about how I think the word she said was deprioritized that at this time. She was like, it would be amazing if it happened. If it's not happening right now, that's amazing too, and it's fine. So I feel like I had to kind of get in that mindset. And, you know, and you're supposed to think what's for you is for you. Right. Yeah. So I'm just like, if me out there, he out there.
Well, if you're watching this episode, Mr. Out There.
Listen, not Mr.
She said she's cool.
We don't need anybody, okay?
All right, Mr.
This is quality. Okay? Like, because then you have Tyrone from Martin. And like, girl, I heard you say you're looking. You said you're looking for somebody where you found them. Like,
Wait, April, what that man told you?
What he said?
Okay, old men. Y'all, old men don't know how to give compliments.
Oh my God, they don't.
He was like, come here, girl. That pretty round face. I said, yeah.
What was that?
We had Q barbecue cookout.
Of course. I should have known right when you said an old man.
And I'm in here barking hard. Okay. Whoa. I'm just here for food. I'm just here for the chicken and the
like relax, Ernest.
That's
like,
the oil.
Like, pass me the chicken. This is why I'm here.
Exactly.
So we first discovered you on We's TV Bossip reality show.
Yes, I watched it.
Thank you for watching.
Right.
Thank you.
So what was it like being on reality TV?
It was a lot of fun. So our show was a little different in that we had to like have our segments like produced. So like every day before filming, we would get notes from like our production team that'd be like, okay, you guys know these stories, but these are the beats we want to make sure we would hit. Hey, Dani, we want you to lead this segment. So I would go.
She was like Team Z.
Yeah. So I would go and like print it out, and it would be like a stack of papers like this. So I would be like doing homework every night. So that part wasn't the most fun, but you know, it was a good time. You know, our first season was here in Atlanta. Second season was out in LA, which was really fun. So it was a great time. It was a really great experience. I'm really grateful for it.
Would you do it?
Yeah.
A script or unscripted?
Both. Yeah, I'm open. I would do some unscripted, you know.
Okay.
a real media girls of Atlanta.
I know, right?
Or something like that. Keep us in mind when you.
Of course. They could be in here right now.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So she's gonna be like, y'all, so I have an interview with these two girls from Brooklyn. We're gonna be like, what's up, y'all? It's your two favorite Brooklyn with camera. And then when we get our camera time,
Exactly.
They're gonna be like, y'all don't need to do all of that.
Here,
like we're here. So, what about because you also were the host of Sister Circle?
Well, I was a contributor. So I was what was the word we used? Continuous contributor. I was not one of the main hosts, but I was every other week I was on there. Yeah.
And then Social Society, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So you've done a lot. Like, how do you get these gigs? That's one question that I always wanted. Because like, are you sending in audition tapes or how do they come to you? I mean, we know because of your status and your credentials.
No. But even before the status, so when they came with the concept of Bossip on WeTV, I guess our owners of the website had been talking to WeTV and expressed interest in doing the TV show, and they literally had us come in one by one and do not auditions, but just talk to the production staff. So that's how that started off there. I did mine. I was like, damn, that was terrible. I was like, oh well. I was not feeling.
That's probably what they was looking. That's how you get it.
Yeah,
people probably was thinking about their answers to make it seem I can be on camera, but in reality, it's no, just be you.
Yeah, no, I thought I did terrible. And then they're like, okay, so you like Dani? And then I was like, oh, okay. So that's how that started. And then that just continued over into the second season. Even the second season, I'll tell you how that works. So you guys know about chemistry tests and everything.
Yeah, they're
yes. So we did chemistry tests in LA, and they brought in a lot of different influencers. They brought in a lot of different television personalities, and that's kind of how they put everybody together. So we were there for hours filming and just going over different topics. And then the people, now they were auditioning, they would just chime in, and then that's how they came together with the second season.
Mm. So do they know it's a chemistry test?
Yeah, they know.
Okay.
I don't know if they say it in those words, but they know you are auditioning for a spot here. So, it was interesting to see how people were acting, I guess.
I got you.
Yeah.
So how would that look? I'm trying to think. So let's say this is the audition. So let's say April wasn't saying too much, but me and you
yeah.
Y'all Marietta.
They're gonna be okay.
Right.
So April step out.
Yeah, literally. They rotate people in and out. Yeah.
And then they'll be Michael, come in.
Yeah. I can see April now, so I'm not familiar.
So that's it.
So it's not even me. Anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. What is one thing you love about what you do, and what is one thing that you just hate?
I'll tell you right now, I hate the comments. I don't read the comments.
Okay.
I can't. Back in the day, I used to literally at Bossip, we used to get the craziest comments, and I would sit here and just go through them and be like, oh, so and so from Baltimore didn't like that, and I'm like, girl, I'll read them damn comments. I'm reading this. It's fine. So I did not used to. I don't read comments anymore. That's probably my biggest gripe is that people just say anything. Mm-hmm. One thing I love about what I do, I love being able to interview new people. I love being able to watch new shows. Every time OWN comes out with a new show, they send me a screener for it, and they send me interviews with the cast, because I'm like, ooh, who is this? Mm-hmm. I'm excited to tell the readers about it so they can see what's going on. So those are things I love.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about your accomplishments right now and what you're working on to really kind of solidify what you've been continuing to do in your legacy.
Okay. What am I working on? Honestly, I am working on my social media presence right now. I suck at Instagram.
It's not that you suck. It's just that it's so much more required now.
Yes, it has changed.
We just don't know where everything falls.
Girl, back in the day, it was just you post a pretty picture, you put 2 hashtags, you're good to go. Now it's 5 hashtags and post at 5:15 a.m.
Do the trending reel? Oh,
yes.
That time frame.
I hate it.
I'm going to post it whenever I feel like it.
I'm I had 15 things to do today. I didn't get to it. So I always be okay, I'm going to post on Thursday. Thursday turns into Sunday. And I'm whatever.
No, that'd be mad ever. We'd be
we were supposed to post we'd be okay, we're going to post Thursday. Today we were oh. Shenelle, we got to post today. Like,
No. Let me ask you this. But before we wrap up with this segment, April and I, of course, we love being on air. You know, this is just what we do. We have a passion for it. So what advice would you give up and coming media personalities who don't have the 10K followers and everybody overlooking, and people who are really grinding out here? What advice would you give?
Honestly, as someone who is older and has been in this business for a long time, honestly, I just really feel like consistency is key. I think a lot of people that you see who are really like at the top of their game, they really are consistent about it. They really do take it seriously. I think this generation has a huge advantage in that they have like access to social media and access to YouTube, and they can get their content out there themselves. Like back in my day, I'll be like, well, if I don't post it on Hip Hop Wire, who's going to see it? You know, because it's like that's really the only avenue I had. So like for me, just like if you're really passionate about it, I just say be consistent. And you know, and someone else brought up a good point the other day. They're like specialize in something because that makes you stand out. Get that niche, exactly. So it's like if you love fashion, go hard with your fashion. Don't just make everything so general. If this is what you like, then make sure you make everything surround that.
Yes.
Perfect.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Well, that was the check-in session with Dani, y'all. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, so before we go out of here, we're going to do one last segment. It's called Baggage Claim. So this is where we really like get some of the craziest stuff we've ever heard from our guests. So today's Baggage Claim for Dani is, what is your craziest celebrity story since you've been working in the industry? It's good, y'all.
And of course, you don't have to say no names.
No, I mean, look at me. No, I really don't have anything super crazy. Somewhere out there is a video of me interviewing J. Cole at A3C Festival. Yeah. And I was in full fan out groupie mode. I mean, I was so unprofessional. I'm like, so Jermaine. I hope it got deleted. I hope it never resurfaces. But like, he was nice about it. But I know he's probably like, look at this fool. What is she?
Have you had any interactions with him after that?
No, I don't think so. Well, no, I'm lying. There was one more, but that was a much more professional interview.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It was backstage. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. It was backstage at like his concert. You know, that was fine. I don't think he remembered. Also, when I first interviewed him, I did not have bangs. Then I had bangs. So I was like, he probably don't even know it's me.
Okay, good.
Probably thinks it's just some random girl.
She said, Jermaine.
I would have been the same way. So Dominique, that's what they call it.
Tell us about your transition from Africa over here, and then here she comes. So they call you. He'd be like, okay, what is this? What is this?
Who is this woman?
Right. Hello.
Well, Dani, we really appreciate you coming to chill with us today, y'all. Yes. Listen, honestly, can we just say Dani has really been in support of us from like day one. Like she gave us our really first big placement in a publication, and we are forever grateful for that. So make sure, tell the people where they can follow you and all of that.
You can follow me at I am Dani Canida. That's Canada, just like the country. On all platforms. You know, follow my employer at Bossip on Twitter and at Bossip Official on Instagram.
Yes. And y'all know who I am. It's your girl April B, your favorite media maven. You can follow me at it's April B _
And your favorite Brooklyn baddie, Shenelle Simone. Follow me at I am Shenelle Simone on all social media platforms.
And don't forget to follow Flew Here Grew Here Podcast. That's FHGH Podcast on all social media and DSPs, guys. And don't forget, we drop a new episode every Wednesday, 8 p.m. And we'll see you next week.